So in this video, I wanted to give you some ideas of books for beginning readers. There are so many good books out there, and I will have an even bigger list down below. But these are just some of the books we like at our house. So this first book, 123 to the Zoo by Eric Carle. Really anything by Eric Carle is fantastic. I love his pictures. I really like this book for extra beginning readers like babies and maybe 1 or 2 year olds because there's no words. All it is numbers, and you can count, you can point out the colors and the animals and what's happening in the picture. And, you can talk about the train at the bottom and what's coming next. So this is a really fun book, 123 to the Zoo. Another one we really like at our house is Harry the Dirty Dog. This book is really fun for beginning readers. I think any books about dogs and cats and maybe pets at home, those are really fun because that's something that they can relate to. Harry the Dirty Dog, though, is a well-loved book at our house. Harry runs away from home and he gets dirty, and when he comes back home they don't know who he is because they can't tell. But I like it because you're reading words. I mean, you're actually reading a story, but the pages go by pretty quickly. Sometimes if there's too many words on a page, these beginning readers don't want to listen to the story. Fun pictures, really fun book. Harry the Dirty Dog by Jean Zion. So this book, we have boys at our house, so this is more a boy book. Girls could look at it too, but there are other books like this that maybe are more related to girls. The thing I like about this book, my big truck book, is again, so many pictures. So yes, you can read the question at the bottom of the page, but really we just like to look through it, look at the pictures, talk about it. I've made up silly songs for some of the tractors. We sing the songs. It's just a really fun way. And then this is a big enough book that they can look at on their own and turn the pages and see the fun pictures. So my big truck book, but there's my big car book, there's all different kinds, okay? All right, I wanted to show this. My awesome sister-in-law got my baby this book for his first birthday. It's an Usborne book. I'm kind of new to the Usborne book world. I've just been learning about it a little bit. But I loved this book. We have read it so many times already. Baby's very first noisy jungle. And the fun thing is, again, hardly any words. And all you're doing is on the pages, pressing a button and listening to the different animals. And even my 2-year-old son has loved this book because he can read it on his own. So this is a great way to just, again, those little babies who just want to play with the books and eat the books and tear up the books, this is a fun way to get them into it. And then you can kind of transition to maybe a bigger book with buttons. These are so fun. This one, there's all different kinds. Sometimes you read a sentence and then you press a button. This particular one, a Paw Patrol book, you just press the picture that has to do with the button on the side and it reads the book to you. So this is super fun for my almost 3-year-old because he thinks that he's reading the book. So books with buttons and noises, super fun for beginning readers. This book I found at Costco, for you Costco shoppers out there. Costco is actually probably my favorite place to buy books. They get great deals and they have really great books in there. In fact, it's almost Christmas and I just saw a bunch of books like this in there. Dino Shapes, this is super fun, and you can't really tell this through the video, but the fun thing about the book is there's texture. So you can feel on the page and feel different things happening, plus these pictures are so fun. So this book has actually been really great for my baby because he can feel and he can play around with it, and the corners are all different. It's ridges here, it's really fun. But it's also fun for my older son, older readers too, who are starting to love to read, and this is talking about dinosaurs. So this is a fun book. Really like this one. This one I'm showing you just because it's so important to find books that relate to your child and what they are interested in. My older son is obsessed with anything that has a motor and that goes, and he really loves garbage trucks. And when he was 2, when he just turned 2, he watched out the window every week for the garbage truck. And on his birthday, his aunt got him this book, I Am a Garbage Truck. It's a Scholastic book. This book I especially love. It is so fun because it's shaped like a garbage truck and it talks about garbage trucks and what they do. It talks about recycling trucks. Now, you might not have a garbage truck lover at your house, and that's okay. What I'm saying is find books about something they love. If your child loves baby dolls, find a baby doll book. If your child loves snow, find books about snow. Just this, I mean, it's falling apart. It's falling apart. He has read it so much. He carries it everywhere. He loves this book. So find books that they love about something they love. A couple more. Just a few more ideas for beginning readers. Now, before I share these last two, though, I want you to know you can read books with more words to beginning readers before they go to school. It's totally fine. My 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old now, sometimes he'll sit through a book that's 10 minutes long, and sometimes he only wants to sit for a minute. It just depends. Sometimes, if he's done reading, I sit there and I still read the book. And it's almost like story time at school where I'm reading and he's listening while he's playing. In my mind, that's getting him into the book. It's teaching him about books. Even if he doesn't want to sit there and look at the page and listen to mom, it's getting him into it. So don't feel like just because a book has a lot of words, you can't read it to your little ones at home. In fact, you totally can. These are just some ideas if you aren't quite ready for that stage yet. So this book we actually just randomly found at the library this week, Winter by David A. Carter, and we are loving this book. This is a pop-up book, and it's probably the coolest pop-up book I've ever seen. I mean, look at these pop-ups. The thing I have a love-hate relationship with pop-up books. My children automatically, I think everybody does, just wants to touch them and feel them, and if they're not quite in control yet of reading, my son has torn them before. That's totally normal. But what I like about pop-up books is, yes, they're exciting, but it's kind of in a way that I can talk about books to my children and how we take care of books and how they're special and we need to treat them nicely. So this has been a good lesson for us this week, talking about be careful with the pop-up book. Look at the pop-up book. See, this is a library one, so you can see someone else loved it at home, and that's okay. It's okay to love on a book. Just you can teach them about how to be respectful to books and why books are special. But I love this one, not just because of that, but because the pop-ups are so fun. And I think anytime you can find a pop-up book or the ones with the flaps, it just makes reading more interactive and more fun. The last thing, seek and find or look and find books. These are so fun. This is a library from my library. I've actually been looking for it online and I haven't been able to find it yet. My son wants to check out this book every time we go. I like this particular look and find book because I'm going to cover my face here, which is okay. The pictures that they have to find are really big over here. Sometimes in look and find books, it's so small what they have to find. It's hard for little ones to tell. But this is a super fun look and find. Excuse me. So, I mean, it's just your typical look and find. They have the pictures and you have to find them on the page. So, again, no words. You're not reading, but you're finding joy in reading and getting excited about a book and searching through a book. Again, down below, I'm going to have a bigger list. I'll have some more look and find books that we really like. This is just a particular one we're pretty hooked on right now at our house. So, there's a few suggestions for you to get started. And I'm going to also make it available at the bottom of the book list for comments from you. I want to hear what books you love to read at home with your beginning readers and things that you find important for beginning readers and books you love. So, thanks for listening.